K. Williams, an actor, comedian, and commentator, and you can find him all over social media. Welcome, Terrence. How are you today?
Oh, I'm great. I mean, I'm in America, so I couldn't be anywhere better, you know?
Awesome. Well, listen, big news today with President Obama taking credit for the Trump economy that Democrats are just praying goes into the tank before the election. But President Obama is suggesting that his Recovery Act, which arguably led to the weakest recovery in American history, is the reason that President Trump's economy is doing so well. This reminds me of your buddy that can't open a pickle jar, gives it to you, you open it, and then he takes credit for loosening it.
Well, Obama has to take credit for something because he didn't do anything. So, you know, he want to make himself look good. So he's taking credit for everything, for things he didn't even do. But in the words of his VP, in the words of the former VP Joe Biden, Obama is a lion dog faced pony soldier. Like,
yeah.
This man did not bring those jobs back. And what happened to when a while back, Obama said, how is Trump going to bring these jobs back with like a magic wand or something? So now Obama is taking credit for something he said that Trump couldn't even do. Obama is a con job. The only thing that Obama brought back to America was a race war. That's what he brought back. Obama created, such a division in this country. And for him to take credit for what Trump is doing and the things that he has accomplished, Obama should be ashamed of himself. I don't know what made him wake up in the morning and type out a whole tweet taking credit for things he didn't do. Obama don't even have a legacy anymore. His legacy is gone. His legacy is that horrible Obamacare. That's all he has, and that was so horrible. Obama needs to take credit for something because he has nothing. He didn't do anything. He sat on his lazy, narrow behind and didn't do nothing. So for him to take credit for something that Trump did, Obama should actually get on Twitter and apologize to President Trump, seriously,
I won't be holding my breath for that one, that's for sure. Dave, I love your analogy, and I feel like that is very pertinent to this situation. But I remember the weeks leading up to Obama signing the Recovery Act, and there was actually bipartisan pushback on this, citing concerns over wasting money, misallocation of resources, and as it turns out, of course, there were billions upon billions of dollars wasted. But that kind of seems like something that Democrats don't worry about. It's kind of in their wheelhouse when, especially you brought up Obamacare. Wasting resources and money for Democrats, to them, I guess that is a win.
Yeah, Obama was a community organizer. Obama didn't have a clue. He didn't know what he was doing in the White House. He's not a businessman. He is a community organizer. And a community organizer does not know how to bring jobs back to America. They don't know how to manage money. They don't know what to do. They don't know how to handle foreign affairs. That's why Obama was a horrible president. I could have been a better black president than Barack Obama. This guy didn't know what he was doing. And that's why that's why I'm thankful that President Trump, had the courage to run. Because this man, America is almost ran like a business sometimes, and you need a businessman to make the decisions, to make the right decisions for this country, and that's what Trump is doing. That's why Obama's taking credit, because he didn't know what he was doing, and so he figured he'd just take some credit, because he want to be loved too. Don't nobody care about Obama.
Yeah, well, there's two words there. Terrence, 2024. You can certainly do a great job. But speaking of a businessman, Mike Bloomberg, he just can't stop stepping over his own toes here. Another clip is now circulating the internet where he is suggesting that blacks and Latinos don't know how to behave in the workplace. Here's a quick clip.
Enormous cohort of black and Latino males aged, let's say, 16 to 25 that don't have jobs, don't have any prospects, don't know how to find jobs, don't know what their skill sets are, don't know how to behave in the workplace where they have to work collaboratively.
Terrence, he's going to be having to answer that at the Nevada debates that are going to be taking place. I think it's tomorrow night. Do you think this is something that other Democrats can attack him on?
And I'm highly offended, from the things he said. talking about blacks and blacks can't, they don't know how to get a job, they don't know how to act. First of all, Mike Bloomberg don't know how to stop saying stupid stuff. You know, he don't know how to stop saying racist things. When I was 16, I was working. I knew how to work. I knew how to get a job. When I was 25, I knew how to get a job. I knew how to work, and I knew how to act in the workplace. So, I mean, now, if he wanted to, he could have said that teenagers don't know how to act in the workplace. But instead, he made it about race. He's always making things about race. Mike Bloomberg is a racist man. You know, of course, some teenagers don't know how to get a job. They don't know how to find a job. They're teenagers, dummy. What do you expect? But you didn't have to make it about race, black teenagers, okay? Why did he have to make it about race? That's what I want to know. Why did he have to make it about blacks and Latinos? He's always making it about race. He's always saying racist things. Mike Bloomberg is not going to win at all. He has no chance. He has lost the black vote. The black, he is not getting the black vote. There is nothing he can say. There is nothing he can do. All these clips that are coming out with him saying all this racist shenanigans is hurting him. And there's nothing, he can't get around this at all. I don't forgive him, and I am going to encourage the black community not to vote for Mike Bloomberg if he even make it. If this man gets the nomination, I'll make sure he don't win. I will make sure.
So I heard somebody say over the weekend, I can't remember if it was a pundit or if it was somebody from a competing campaign, but somebody said at some point Mike Bloomberg is going to have to transform into a human candidate, because as we all know thus far, it really has just been campaign ads. He hasn't really done a ton of press conferences. He hasn't really gotten out in front of the people. His excuse is that he's focusing on Super Tuesday or whatever. But tomorrow night it begins. He has to start becoming a human candidate. How do you think he is going to perform at this debate?
It is going to be so boring. I mean, this guy, he is not in touch. I mean, he is out of touch. He is so out of touch with the real world. Mike Bloomberg is going to crash. He don't know. He can't. Nobody can relate to Mike Bloomberg. He is everything. You know, people call President Trump a racist. Well, that's Mike Bloomberg. Every lie that the left has made up about Trump being a racist and being out of touch with the real world, that's Mike Bloomberg. That is that guy. That's who they have been talking about. It's not President Trump that's out of touch with the people. It's Mike Bloomberg. It's not President Trump that's a racist. It's Mike Bloomberg. This is the guy that the left say that they say, oh, well, we don't want any billionaires because they are not real people. Well, that's Mike Bloomberg. He is not a real person. This man thinks he can buy his way into the office. He thinks he can. He is trying to purchase the president. He is trying to purchase his way into the office, and it's not going to happen. So I think this guy's going to crash.
Well, I think a lot of people are sharing the same anger that you are right there, Terrence, and the man is certainly trying to buy the White House, whether it's basically plastering himself all over every television set or buying politicians for endorsements, and that's exactly what he is doing. Terrence, tell everybody where they could follow you online and your prolific social media accounts, please.
Oh, thank you. On Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, you can follow me at Terrence K. Williams.
Terrence, thank you so much. Greatly appreciate you taking the time. It's always a pleasure.